What's up, everybody? This is Chad, the voiceover guy here. And today I'm going to be taking up a suggestion that my pal FilmmakerJ thought I should do. And I'm going to display my collection of video games. Now, to start off, I'm going to make this video to show my old games. And then I'll make another one and move on to the new ones. Now, perhaps you can tell that I am dressed up as my character, the media detective. So if you saw my May update, or if you saw any of the videos that CherryBot has, you would have seen in their video, What Now, Batman? That was the introduction of my character. And to clarify, I am in costume, but I am not in character. Just for the sake of doing this, this is why I'm in my costume. Now, what I'm going to do in this video is that I am going to give some hints about what I may review on CherryBot, but I'm going to keep most of it a secret for the sake of, well, hey, you know this, how this stuff works. So, well, if there's anything that you do want me to review, you can leave a comment and I will take it under consideration. So without further ado, I'd like to get started with my collection of old games. Got a box right here with all types of cartridges. So let's begin with my old Nintendo games. Start off, I have Codename Viper, Double Dragon, Dragon Warrior, DuckTales, which is a game that I would rent from the video store when I was little, The Guardian Legend, the original Legend of Zelda, and Paperboy, The Punisher, and this unofficial sequel to the original Metal Gear Solid, Snake's Revenge. This was not, as far as I can tell, sponsored by Hideo Kojima or Konami. Well, but I used to have the original Metal Gear Solid on Nintendo, but I got rid of it because it just sucks. I do have Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, which has the original Metal Gear game and its sequel, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. But, well, I'm not going to bother reviewing the NES port because the Angry Video Game Nerd already did that, and quite frankly, I think he covered everything. You don't need my opinion, you can always seek his. But back to my collection, I have Super Mario Brothers, the original. This one comes with Duck Hunt. Only problem is that I lost my blaster years ago. Wish I knew what became of it. And I have Super Mario Brothers 2. And Super Mario Brothers 3. That was probably the very first game I ever played. And I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I have the NES port of the original Turtles arcade game. And I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Manhattan Project. All those Turtle games were marketed as sequels. And finally I have Wrath of the Black Manta. Another I'd rent from the local video store. Now, let's move on to my Super Nintendo games. Start off with Batman Returns and Final Fight. I have Capcom Classics. Well, you're better off with the Capcom Classics collection port of that, but hey, it's okay. And I have its sequel, Final Fight 2, and Final Fight 3. I have Jurassic Park, I have The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which my friend James gave to me years ago. And my sister used to own this one, The Lion King. And I have Marvel Superheroes: War of the Gems. And I have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yes, I was a Power Rangers fan back when I was a kid. Just like Linkara. And I have Maximum Carnage, which stars Spider-Man and Venom. And its sequel, Separation Anxiety. I have Super Mario All-Stars. And Super Mario Kart, which came with my Super Nintendo. But of course, we all know that Super Mario World came with our Super Nintendos. I grew up with Mario. And I also have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time, which is a Super Nintendo port of the Turtles arcade game, Turtles in Time. And I gotta say, I wasn't too pleased with the reshelled version, but last NES Super Nintendo game I have is X-Men Mutant Apocalypse. Great game. Now, to move on to my Sega Genesis collection, or Mega Drive as how some of you may know it. I have Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I have The Instruments of Chaos featuring young Indiana Jones. I have the Jurassic Park Rampage Edition. I can thank my cousin Brian for introducing me to this, as well as this game, Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures. I remember playing that at my cousin's house all the time. And of course I have Sonic the Hedgehog. And Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And I also have Streets of Rage 2. And I have Tasmania, another game that I'd rent from the local video store. And I have X-Men, which is also another one I'd rent from the video store. And finally, I have Zero Tolerance. Now, I might as well get my portable games out of the way because I'm not much of a portable gamer. I have Metal Gear Solid. Haven't beaten it yet. And I have Resident Evil Gaiden, which is not very good. And I have Capcom Classics Mini Mix. And I have Mega Man and Bass, or Rockman and Fort, if you are from Japan. And now to wrap up my cartridges, but not my old games just yet, I have a Nintendo 64, and I'll start off with Doom 64, and Duke Nukem 64, GoldenEye 007, and Super Mario 64. Who couldn't have that? And Turok Dinosaur Hunter. And finally, Wave Race 64. So that concludes all my cartridges. But I would like to conclude my old game collection with my PlayStation games. So let's start off with Die Hard Trilogy, yippee-ki-yay, and Die Hard Trilogy 2, Dino Crisis, and its sequel, Dino Crisis 2, and Fox Hunt. I was lulled by good reviews. The Legend of Dragoon, which I saw my friend James play when I was at his house one time, and I really loved it. And I have Lethal Enforcers 1 and 2. I need to clarify that, yes, I am going to review a lot of cop material because I am, well, a private detective. Although I'm not going to be reviewing Lethal Enforcers 1 and 2 because it's just not arcade perfect. It's close, but it's just not there. So, I mean, hey, maybe one day it'll be on like WiiWare or something, and considering that the Wii's controls are, well, I think it would be quite good for that. But I just want to let you know I'm not going to review that. But back to my collection, I have Metal Gear Solid. And I have Parasite Eve. And its sequel, Parasite Eve 2. And to cap off my old games, I have Silent Hill and I have Siphon Filter. As you can see, it's still unopened. I haven't played it yet, despite that I've had it for years. So, those are my old games. I do have plenty of others, as you can see in the background. I'm not going to get to them, but for the sake of not making this video too long, that's why I'm cutting this out right now. So, like I said, some of them, well, I have said what I may review, some I may not. But you can always leave a comment, and you can ask if there's any that you would like me to review, and I'll take it under consideration. And in the next video I'm going to show you the more newer ones. So, well, I'll just get started on that one right now.